Hey guys, and welcome to Books and My Universe. Today, I am going to be doing a video on the differences I saw between the first and second Harry Potter books and movies, because as you guys know, I am currently reading the series, and I am a little past halfway through the 5th book, and it's going really good so far. So, shall we get started? Okay, so the first difference I saw was in the very beginning, because in the beginning, Uncle Vernon is going to work and he's having like a really weird day, and that wasn't shown in the movie. And also when Dumbledore, McGonagall, and Hagrid are talking, when they bring Harry, you get a little bit more information and insight on what's going on rather than in the movies. So in the movies, when all of the letters constantly come to the house, they only moved to that one secluded islandish kind of house. But during the books, they went to several different places before they ended up there. In the book, Harry ends up getting Dudley's second room earlier than in the movies, because in the movies he ends up getting it during the second one and not the first one. Vernon was going so crazy. He was like up to here. He was about to be a psycho. They should have put him in St. Mungo's hospital because he was like about to lose it. Like, you didn't really get it that much in the movies. Like, you still saw it, but in the books it was shown a lot more. So in the book, Hagrid actually stayed overnight at the place that the Dursleys and Harry moved to, whereas in the movie it didn't show that, and they actually like spent a lot more time in the shops and stuff, and you got to see the shops, whereas in the books you didn't. And he also met Draco earlier in Madame Malkin's. In the book, Hagrid actually ends up going to Ollivanders with Harry rather than leaving him there by himself to go and get Hedwig. And also, in the movies, because everything is much more fast-paced, there isn't as much time between events. Harry actually ended up staying one more month with the Dursleys before going to Hogwarts in the books. So in the movies, you don't really get that time span. And Harry actually like properly meets Draco. Like, he saw him at Madame Malkin's, but they properly met with Crabbe and Goyle and Draco on the train rather than at school. And Peeves the Poltergeist, like, what happened to him in the movies? He's not there once. He's in every single book, but he's not in one movie. And I kind of enjoy having him there as a character, because you kind of just get their frustration with him, and he's funny. He's kind of like a comic relief during the books. And then there was that time when Malfoy tricked Harry into saying that they were going to duel, but instead he tipped off Filch and got Harry in trouble. And in the movies, they don't really show how mean Snape actually is. He's a lot meaner in the books than he is in the movies. Like, you get that he doesn't like him, but how mean he is doesn't actually come across as much. They kind of become friends with Hermione since the beginning, but in the books, they don't really like her very much until Halloween, where they save her. They don't show the second Quidditch match where Snape was the referee. In the movies, Norbert, the dragon that Hagrid got, Dumbledore took him and sent him to Romania. But in the books, Hagrid actually gave the dragon to Charlie Weasley's friends to take to Romania. When they get detention, Harry actually ended up getting detention with Neville in the books and not with Ron like shown in the movies. And also when they're in the place underground to get the Sorcerer's Stone, they didn't show the room with the troll and the room with the potions. So that is all for the Sorcerer's Stone, and now we move on to the Chamber of Secrets, which is less differences that I found, so it'll be quick, I promise. When Dobby drops the pudding on top of the wife of Mr. Dursley's boss, Harry actually ends up getting a letter of warning from the Ministry of Magic, which isn't shown in the movies. When Harry used blue powder for the first time, and he actually ended up in Borgin and Burke's, which that doesn't show in the movies, and Draco and his dad were actually supposed to be there. We all know that Lockhart is a really self-absorbed guy, but he shows it even more in the books, and he's constantly thinking that Harry is searching for fame and attention, when he's really not. I mean, he's just trying to be a regular guy and not get attention, but Lockhart just doesn't get it. So, after Harry's detention that he has with Lockhart, he runs into Filch, and then he's in Filch's office, and he finds Filch's Quickspell, which is the thing that helps him learn how to do magic, because throughout the entire movies, we don't know that Filch can't do magic. He's a squib! He's a squib. He was born into a wizarding family, but he has no magical powers, which is kind of sad, but I don't really like Filch very much. So they don't actually show Harry, Ron, and Hermione not going to the Halloween feast, because they were there in the movie, but actually in the book they went to Sir Nicholas's Death Day party, and after that is when they find Mrs. Norris petrified. And in the movie, when Hermione asks about the Chamber of Secrets, she actually asks it to Professor Binns, who is also not shown in the movies. He is the History of Magic teacher. In the movie, she asks it to Professor McGonagall. Hermione's crush on Lockhart. She's so protective of him, and she literally believes everything he says in his books. She's like, ah, swoon, just like Mrs. Weasley, but not Hermione. Valentine's Day. Where was that throughout the movie? That wasn't there in the movie. When Harry was writing in Tom Riddle's diary and speaking with the memory, he actually wrote longer answers. They weren't as simple in the books as they were in the movies. And also Tom's memory was slightly different. The one that he showed Harry, it was slightly different in the book than it was in the movie. And finally, Percy's girlfriend, Penny Clearwater. I mean, go Percy for getting a girlfriend, but I don't like Percy in the rest of the books because of what he does, because of who he becomes. Not you, Percy. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next Wednesday with another video. Goodbye! Keep reading.